My boss fired me for being late, but I was already inside the building. I worked at a mid-sized tech company for almost 2 years, and up until that point, I had a perfect record. Never late, never missed a deadline, always did more than what was asked. My boss, Daniel, was known for being strict, but I never had any issues with him until one random Tuesday morning. That day, I got to the office at 8:55 a.m., 5 minutes early, just like always. I even remember grabbing coffee from the lobby machine before heading upstairs. Everything felt completely normal. I sat at my desk, logged into my system, and started working. About 10 minutes later, I got a message from Daniel asking me to come to his office. Nothing unusual, so I walked in casually. But the moment I stepped inside, I knew something was off. He was sitting there with an HR representative, both looking serious. He didn't waste any time. He looked straight at me and said, "You've been consistently late this week. We've decided to terminate your employment." I actually laughed for a second because I thought it was some kind of misunderstanding. I said, "What are you talking about? I've been here on time every single day." That's when he turned his monitor toward me. It showed the building's entry log system, and according to it, I had been clocking in 20 to 30 minutes late every day for the past week. My stomach dropped. I told him that wasn't possible because I was literally inside the building before 9 a.m. every day. But he shook his head and said, "The system doesn't lie." I tried explaining that I used the side entrance most mornings because it was closer to the parking lot. That's when the HR rep chimed in and said, "That entrance doesn't have a scanner. You're required to use the main entry for your time to be recorded." No one had ever told me that. Not once in 2 years. I felt my frustration building, but I stayed calm and said, "Okay, but you can check the cameras." I was here. Daniel leaned back in his chair and said something that instantly changed everything. "We already did." My heart started racing. He clicked something, and a security clip popped up on the screen. It showed the main entrance, empty, no sign of me. Then he said, "You weren't here when you claim you were." I was confused, because I knew I had been inside the building. Then it hit me. I asked him to rewind the footage and check the side entrance cameras instead. He hesitated for a second but then pulled it up. And there I was, walking in at 8:52 a.m., coffee in hand, every single day that week. The room went completely silent. The HR rep looked at Daniel, waiting for him to say something. But instead of apologizing, he sighed and said, "Even so, you didn't follow proper entry protocol." I just stared at him in disbelief. After 2 years of perfect performance, they were firing me over a door. I didn't argue anymore. I just said, "All right," and walked out. A week later, I found out the real reason. My position had been given to Daniel's cousin, the same day I was fired.